Take a breath, count to 1. Everything is as it should be. Everything will continue to be as it should be. Count to 8. The future is now, so you can stop waiting. Today is just the yesterday that you will fear tomorrow. Do not panic. All is well. All is well. Do not do any more counting. You don't get 10 today. You're being punished. You know what you did. It has been 1,369 days since we have been liberated, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, comrades and friends, from the tyranny of freedom. This is your daily reminder of how good you have had it since the Artillian extraterrestrial invasion and subjugation 1,340 days ago, which succeeded after a battle with human forces lasting roughly 11 and a half minutes. All hail, Artillia. All hail, the eyes in the sky. We are pleased to inform you that Dave's Pizza and Brave Che's gay ray guns have merged to form the conglomerate NBC, which stands for National Biscuit Company. They are hereby dedicated to providing you with substandard entertainment and better-than-expected biscuits. I'm your host, Landon Harker, and here's how good you have it today. Close your eyes, friends. Take a deep breath. Let us ruminate together on how we all got here. Where did we come from? Where are we going? Was there nothing before there was something? The Big Bang is the prevailing cosmological model that explains the origin of the universe. It proposes that the universe began as a singularity, an infinitely dense and hot point, approximately 3.8 billion years ago. As the universe expanded rapidly, it cooled, and fundamental particles such as protons and neutrons formed, eventually leading to the formation of atoms. These atoms then clumped together to form stars, galaxies, and everything else in the universe that you see and know today. But how do we know all this? The Big Bang Theory is supported by a wide range of observational evidence, from the cosmic microwave background radiation, which is the afterglow of the Big Bang, to the abundance of light elements such as hydrogen and helium. One of the most important pieces of evidence for the Big Bang is the redshift of light from distant galaxies. When an object moves away from us, the light it emits is stretched out, causing it to shift toward the red end of the spectrum. This is known as redshift, and it was first observed by astronomer Edwin Hubble in the 1920s. By measuring the redshift of light from distant galaxies, scientists have been able to determine that the universe is expanding and that it must have had a beginning. But what happened before the Big Bang? This is a question that scientists are still grappling with. The singularity at the beginning of the universe is not well understood, and it is possible that our current understanding of physics breaks down at that point. Despite these unanswered questions, the Big Bang Theory remains one of the most successful and well-supported scientific theories of all time. It has revolutionized our understanding of the universe and helped us to better appreciate our place in it. The Artillian Division of Scientific Understanding wishes to inform you that the human theory of the beginning of the universe is effectively gibberish. Even the Artillians are not sure how the universe began, though the prevailing theory is that a cosmic hamster named Henery, that's Henery, fell asleep, quite literally, at the wheel, and all of the stored kinetic energy from his wheel was released at once. It was either this or some other unknown thing. Mostly, the Artillian Division of Scientific Understanding wishes to inform you not to worry about it so much. You're slaves now. What difference does it make? And now, 25 seconds of music to make you smile. The word of the day, friends, is excitement. A friendly reminder that the word of yesterday was obey. No word on the word of tomorrow. When word on the word of tomorrow is received, you will be the first to receive word. A sudden reminder, the word of today is excitement, which is indistinguishable from the word mayhem to Artillians. You are listening to Mayhem. Please be aware that any rumors of cannibalism are just that, rumors. There is more than enough food to go around. Despite the dying off of crops and the recent shortages of flavorless gelatinous cubes, everyone has more than enough to eat, even in Siberia, where they have a long history of having food surpluses and not resorting to cannibalism. Any humans engaging in cannibalism are both gross and doing so only because it's their thing and not because they're starving. The Artillian division of food surpluses doesn't allow starvation, even if it is occurring. Starvation is to be ignored and not reported. Should you find yourself in the utterly impossible state of starvation, be a good neighbor. Start with your own calf muscle. A single human did something of note today. His name was Jonas, and he managed to concentrate on the unlikeliness of being so thoroughly that he instantly transported himself from a remote village on the border of Turkey and Syria to the top of the Eiffel Tower. Once there, he sat and had an espresso and a perfectly baked croissant, displaying a surprising lack of fear and perfect table manners, then floated to the ground at a gentle 1.5 miles per hour before blessing those in attendance with long life and prosperity and offering words of wisdom and effortlessly effective proverbs. The Artillian division of Messianic regulations is extremely anxious to see if Jonas is so damn special when he's flung out into the cold vacuum of space. They suspect not. Well done, Jonas, and maybe that'll teach you to be such a show-off. A quick update on the status of the American instruments of government. They did exist for 36 seconds this morning, but that was just a little joke. They no longer exist again. Breathe easy, friends. Order rules. Chaos does not drool, though it might if we put a little elbow grease into it. And now, 31 seconds of music to make you cry. Coming soon to the National Biscuit Company, a hilarious romp through the foibles of parenting, set against the backdrop of an interspecies relationship that is not only frowned upon, but is considered by most a hate crime. Tune into NBC Fridays at 13 o'clock to see what happens next on Artillia is Enough. The National Biscuit Company regrets to inform those who are fans of their biscuits that they no longer make biscuits, pizza, or gay ray guns. They are sticking to entertainment. The money's better, and the biscuit game was getting too political. The Artillian Division of Accuracy and Reporting would like to make clear that an error was made in yesterday's broadcast. This host stated that Artillians were not, despite rumors to the contrary, in control of the direction of time. This occurred directly after several pleasant clips of bird sounds were played. Here's a reminder. And now, to bring you a further feeling of peace, the sounds of birds. We apologize. The last sounds of birds played were the wrong sounds of birds. Those responsible for this error in audio have been vivisected, and a bill has been sent to their families. Cash on delivery. Now, the correct sound of birds. For those of you who thought those sounds of birds too brief, here is the same audio again, slowed to 3/4 speed, as we do not have a longer clip. Immediately following the pleasant sounds of clips of birds, the statement on the Artillian manipulation of time or lack thereof occurred. Immediately after, my Artillian producer, so enraged at my mistake, managed to keep the electronics that broadcast this show moving forward in time, but paused, while rewinding the clips of the birds to the beginning and then replaying it at the same time as unpausing the broadcast, so that to the listener, it seemed as though the bird segment played twice, while here in the studio, I told a marvelous anecdote about my second wife and her world-famous boysenberry pie. This was sort of a Tenet situation, if anyone recalls that film. I seriously doubt it. Either way, try not to think about it too much. Just wipe the blood away from your nose and eyes, and let's get on with our lives. The birds are unstuck in time still. And now, 23 seconds of music to make you afraid. And now, the sounds of most of the cows in Wales. See? The cows in Wales are just fine. Nothing bad happened. Artillians do not mutilate cows. The Artillian Division of Entertainment is excited to announce that they have, in conjunction with the Artillian Division of Reanimation, successfully revived and animated the corpse of Chuck Barris. The process was long and full of terrors, and not without consequences, but the Artillians consider there to be only two worthwhile intellectual properties created by the human race. The first is, of course, the pet rock. The second is the Gong Show, which was the first broadcast that alerted Artillians to humanity's potential. Particularly of interest was the Popsicle Twins episode, which consisted of, you guessed it, two 17-year-old girls luridly sucking on popsicles. That's it. That was their act. That is a true thing that occurred. It is something that NBC, no, not the Biscuit Company, aired during daytime television in 1977. Really, look it up. Mr. Barris is reportedly not at all enthusiastic to be back and no longer wants to dance or wear any hats. He is, however, learning that it is not a choice. The new Gong Show will air on NBC, yes, that one, starting next week from noon to 9 p.m., 7 days weekly. Tune in, have fun. This is also not a choice. As of 3 p.m. tomorrow, there will be no more orgasms. You've had it too good for too long. Human sexual intercourse will now be a more drab, tragic affair. It is recommended to occur with all lights on. Both parties must wear their socks and at least one other article of clothing. The only acceptable position is missionary. There is no talking, no eye contact, and the proceedings may not last for more than 4 minutes. The Artilian Division of Postmarital Human Sexual Intercourse wishes to inform married couples that they will not be impacted by this change in policy in any way. The Artilian Division of Selecting an Artilian Earth Capital is excited to announce that the Artilian Earth Capital has been selected. The lucky city is also the second smallest city on the planet, Hum, located in the Istrian region of Croatia. Just some of the reasons that Hum was selected. Hum has a population of around 20 people. The town of Hum covers an area of just 0.1 square kilometers, or 0.04 square miles, making it significantly smaller than even many small towns. Hum is known for its well-preserved medieval architecture, including a town gate, a church, and several houses. The town is also famous for its production of biska, a type of brandy made from mistletoe that is traditionally consumed during the winter holidays. According to legend, Hum was found when a giant named Istrian accidentally dropped a large rock while carrying it to build a nearby town. The rock became Hum, and Istrian decided to settle there instead. Every year on the Day of Hum, which falls on the Sunday closest to August 12th, the town hosts a celebration that includes music, dancing, and the traditional tasting of biska. Hum is a popular tourist destination, particularly for visitors interested in history, architecture, and traditional Croatian culture. Artilians may be fans of biska. Congratulations to the 20 residents of the Artilian capital city of Hum. You are, as of this moment, entirely responsible for all human affairs not currently being handled by one of Artilia's division offices. You will receive no additional resources, training, or education, and will be severely punished for failure. We believe in you and wish you luck. The National Biscuit Company regrets to inform those who are fans of their sitcom Artilia is Enough that Artilia is Enough has been canceled. The new Gong Show will now air on NBC 24 hours daily. Chuck Barris has his work cut out for him. NBC will also produce biscuits again, but they are expected to be worse than expected at this juncture. All hail Artilia. All hail the eye in the sky. All is well. All is well. All is well. All hail Chuck Barris. We are still working on Gene the Dancing Machine. Mayhem is a Wetwork Media production. It is written, produced, and performed by Dan Lauer. All music is provided by Kevin MacLeod and licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. To learn more, visit incompetech.com.